As a barrister practicing in the criminal courts for almost 25 years, I have seen the heights to which the human spirit can soar. I've seen real bravery. I've seen selflessness. I've seen decency that's humbling. I've seen courage. But equally, in numerous trials, I've been touched by the depths to which the human condition can plumb. I've been touched by wickedness, by avarice. I've seen terrible things. And in order to cope with these extremes, I've come to believe in the essential goodness of the human condition. I believe that we're all born the same. We're all born in circumstances where we know nothing of prejudice. We're untouched by it. We are untouched by the base motives that accrue to us as we lose our innocence, as we become adults. Deceitfulness is something that is learned. Hatred, that's something that is nurtured. And as humans, we've been given a privilege that no other species on Earth has. And we've been given the privilege of choice. We are able to make decisions that are not driven by impulse, are not based on instinct, but based on a perception of what we consider to be right, or a lack of care for what we know to be wrong. And these are dark times. They're dark times. But it's in the blackest of nights that you'll find the stars shine most brightly. That was my alarm waking me up this morning. And what I want to do as I get up this morning is to share a message of hope, not a message of condemnation. You see, a message of hope is one that applies to practically all of us. Those who, like me, believe in the essential goodness of the collective spirit. A message of condemnation, I'm not saying one isn't deserved, but a message of condemnation is a message just to those few individuals, those twisted souls, those dark individuals who seek to extinguish our light, extinguish our goodness. The atrocities that we have witnessed in the last few weeks, perpetrated as they were in the name of faith, well, they're a grotesque perversion of what faith truly is, and they must be. And such perverted justifications for the commission of such atrocities are as divorced from faith as night is from day. Never the twain shall meet. And those who say, I think like our Mayor of London did, that terrorists will never win, they're right. Those who say that wickedness will never prevail, they're right. And those who say that goodness will never be snuffed out, they're right, because goodness and good faith, true faith, beneficent faith, that will endure. You see, religion, whatever your religion, Catholic, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, those things are the tenets upon which our lives are based. They're the creed that encapsulates our desire for good, our purity, that, as I said, I believe we have at birth. And there is no religion that countenances terror. There's no religion that justifies or sanctifies murder, hatred, or horror. But most religions have used those justifications for exactly those purposes. I'm Catholic, as it happens. And it occurs to me that the Catholic, or the Christian tradition is littered with hangings, with innocent women burnt at the stake, individuals hung, drawn, quartered, maimed, all those horrors of heresy committed in the name of God. And that such acts of unchristian horror would be perpetrated in the name of Christ is anathema to me. But the Christian faith has endured, hasn't it? The Christian faith has got through those appalling atrocities, those perverted acts executed in its name. And it's endured because its essence is the very essence of those good people who are its church. And I mean, when I say are its church, I mean in the broadest sense, its community. And in exactly the same way, it must be immutably the case, I have no doubt it's the case, that Islam will endure. And that its essence, just like the essence of any other beneficent religion, is premised upon, and its lifeblood is dependent upon, those good and decent, religious, God-fearing Muslims who, there is no doubt, will prevail. Islam is being tested, just as Christianity is being tested, just as Christianity was tested. And it's only in that testing that we know our faith to be true. It's only in that testing that we know that which we believe in blindly. We do so out of choice, a choice that we make because that faith endures. And I have no doubt that as a creed, as a religion, as a God-fearing community, both Muslims and Islam will be here long, 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 long after terrorists have gone and been forgotten. And that's my message of hope. One last thought, one last thought is this. We all believe in one God. Christians do, and Muslims do, Jews do, and whether you call him Yahweh, Jehovah, God, Allah, whatever it is you call him, if there is one God, he must be looking down at us, shaking his head and thinking, what a mess we have all made of it. We all worship the same person, and we fight for his attention. My hope is that as a result of the horrors that have been perpetrated in London and in Manchester in recent weeks, if there is any silver lining to that cloud, it is the fact that we will come together, not only in grief, but in celebration of what we are as a community and who we are as Englishmen.